Hey everybody, welcome. My name is Kevin Jones and this is the Beginning Hunter video series here on YouTube. My goal with this program is to inform you and educate you on everything you're going to need to know about becoming a new hunter. So today we are going to be focusing on a different aspect of hunting. We focused a lot on education and trying to inform you what a lot of common terms and practices are. Today we're going to be shifting gears a little bit and we're going to be discussing location. How do you find where you're supposed to hunt? How do you do it? How do you know where to apply for? Once you get there, say you do get the tag and you get the permission to hunt, how do you know what's public land and what's private land? How do you know can you differentiate? Do you go to the store and buy a map? What do you do? So in this next whole section, we're going to be talking about the ins and outs of ways to go about that. And one of the best tools that I found in my time that utilizes technology you already carry in your pocket. And it is some of the best, it is the best tool that has come along for hunters in a long time. We're going to be focusing on it. This is going to be a multi-part series. This obviously is episode 1 or step 1. This is going to be able to introduce you to the product that we're going to be focusing on. It's called onX, O-N-X, onX Maps. What onX is it is it's technology that you can download as an app or you can utilize on your computer, and it tells you where you can hunt. Let me say it again. It tells you where you can hunt. You click a button and it tells you if you're on public land or private land. It also allows you to carry your iPhone or your smartphone in your pocket anywhere you are, and you can pull out your iPhone even if you don't have, or your Android, whatever you use. As long as it's a smartphone and you have the ability to download the app, it allows you to figure out where you're at. So you switch into airplane mode and you can still track where you're at within like 10 feet. It's an incredibly useful tool. I find immense it's so useful. So this whole program in this next phase is going to be on scouting, how to figure out where you're going to go, how to utilize some of these tools. A couple best practices that I found besides just the scouting part that have really helped me to find access and get insight. So I guess here we go. All right, guys, so here we are. We're on onxmaps.com, onxmaps.com, or you can just go on Google and type in onX. It'll take you right here. This is the main page that you see before you can actually log in to utilize the services. So a couple things to see here, just as an introductory. You got the login over here. Over here in the top left, you could do a few things. You guys can look at all this stuff. I don't need to read it all for you. But a couple things I want to focus on here. There's 3 ways to use onX. You can use it as a GPS chip. So if you already have a GPS, you're comfortable with it, you take it out in the field with you, that might be an option to go. The second option to utilize it as is download the app on your smartphone and utilize the app. Now, the number one question that I had even, and that I get a lot of, is, well, that's nice and all, but what happens when I'm in a place where I don't have any service, right? Hunting, you're in the middle of nowhere at times. So that's actually a great question, and the quick and easy answer is what you do is you save sections of these maps to your smartphone, and when you're out in the field, you switch your phone into airplane mode, and it allows you to continue to utilize the tracking feature on your maps. So what that looks like is I'm walking around in rural wilderness Oregon, middle of nowhere, where all the wild things are, and it's showing me exactly where I am. My little blue dot is still on the map, and I'm tracking, and I know exactly where private and public land is. So you have GPS, you have your iPhone or Android smartphone, and you have the website, which is what I'm on now. All 3 of them are useful. It's just a matter of how you want to use it. So I use the website to do like kind of desk scouting, and then I save a lot of stuff to my iPhone, and then I use my iPhone as my GPS when I'm out in the field. So keep that in mind. 2 more things I want to highlight is when you go down here to select a state, you pick your state, right? Look at the states that they have. I can't count, especially to 50, but there's a lot of this. There's a lot of states, and I'll show you here in a second what you can do within these within these states once you choose your state. Next question I get a lot of, and then last thing we're going to cover before we hop in here, is the cost, right? Everything has a cost. The costs for these, though, are actually worth it, as you'll quickly find out here in a moment. So if you want to just hunt one state, say, since I live in Oregon, maybe I just want to hunt Oregon, right? So I would opt for the premium feature, or the premium account, which would allow me access to one state, and it will cost me $29.99 a year, right? So $30 will allow me to do everything I need to in Oregon. Now, if you are one of the blessed few that can bounce around to multiple states in a season, you might want to opt for the Elite membership. So the Elite membership is 5 states, and you can do as much as you want to do with these 5 states. Set waypoints, markers, anything you want to do. Download all the maps, tracking. That's going to cost you $99.99. Not quite $100, but pretty darn close. But again, once we start hopping into this, I think you'll be able to see the features, and I think you'll find it as useful as I have. Another caveat, I'm not paid by onX. I don't get anything else out of this more than informing new hunters about what this product is. There's nothing that compares to this, guys. I'm telling you. When I designed this program, I wanted it to be education, location, and gear. This is the location part of it, is heavy on this product because it is that useful. So keep that in mind. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we are going to bounce into the program, and you will see what that looks like. So I've already logged in, so you're going to see a quick shift of screens. Boom. We are in there like swimwear, guys. We are in onX. This is onX mega platform right here, guys. This is where all the magic happens, as they say. Maybe they don't say that, but at least I do, right? So this is what it looks like. It kind of is a Google Earthy feel at the beginning, with a couple other benefits. A few things I want to highlight. We're not going to get too far in the weeds on this, as this is supposed to be just an introductory video. Part 2 will be a little bit more in depth as to if we are about to go and hunt a spot, and we start plotting our research points, and we start figuring out what's what, and utilizing the tools that are on here. So, but for this introductory video, I want to show a few things. Right now we're in satellite mode. We're going to zoom into Oregon, because that's just what I know. That's what I hunt. So this is Oregon. Hello, Oregon. That's me right here. You can see I'm waving. Hello. A couple things I want to show you. So right now we're in satellite view. These are called base maps. You can hit hybrid. And so if I zoom in a little bit, or you can hit topography, right? Some people, it all depends on how you want to do it, right? If I want to look at a nice clean map, I can do this. It gives you a hybrid, and then it gives you the satellite. Okay, so for this, we're going to bounce over here. As you can see, I have the Elite membership, so I have 5 states. The only one I'm really going to hunt this year is Oregon. So for this purpose, we're going to hit my state bundle drop down. Okay, so here's Oregon, right? Hello, Oregon. Here's the options that the state bundles give us for Oregon, right? So there's 6 options here. But if you remember nothing, literally nothing about what I'm talking about, this entire video, if all this stuff goes right through your ears, I don't blame you. But know this, these 2 buttons right here are going to change your life. This is literally one of the main reasons why I decided to move forward with onX and make it such a big part of this program. Just watch this, okay? Okay, hold on. I'm getting a little ahead of myself. My excitement's killing me. Okay, so down here, Oregon Wildlife Management Units is a switch, right? You can go into layer settings. It'll give you a brief description of what it is. So Oregon Wildlife Management Units. Okay, got it. So if you're ever not sure what the heck you're looking at, just click the layer settings. Okay, but I've always been a fan of knowing where I stand and with boundaries. So check this out. Boop. Bam. Those are all the hunting units in Oregon. Yeah, impressive, right? So for our purposes, let's just focus in on this one right here. I've never hunted Unit 67, but look at that. I click it. About this location. It gives me the lat long and tells me what my unit name is. Oahe, unit number 67. Okay, good to know. Thank you. You can click out of that. So here's where the exciting stuff comes back, right? So we've just hit our Oregon Wildlife Management Unit button. So we know that this is my unit. Let's just say we're setting up a hunt. Say we just got this unit, right? We've never hunted it before. Maybe I wanted to try something new, so I just maybe I heard something about this unit for deer, and I really want to hunt deer over there. Whatever. So this is all theoretical, right? I've never actually hunted here. I've never been here. But for the purpose of this introductory video, let's just use this as our starting point. Okay, so guys, like I said, if you remember nothing about what I'm talking about today, watch the magic that happens here. Never been here, but first thing I'm going to want to know is how much public land is there? How much private land is there? Can I even hunt if I just drive over there and I don't have access? So just watch this. I'm just gonna quiet down and just let the magic happen. Watch. Boom. Look at that. It looks like the sun is shining on this. All this yellow. You got a couple checkers of green. So just look at this. See that? BLM, Bureau of Land Management. You can hunt all the yellow, guys. Everything in this unit, I can hunt. That's yellow. Okay? Let me just turn it off. Turn it back on. Turn it off. Turn it back on. Look at this. I can do this all day long. I think I might have a few places I can go in this unit. Okay, so it literally breaks it down. But say there's a couple pockets in here, and I'm like, well, there's no yellow there. Like, what if I see a giant buck on this hillside right here? Is that public land? So we're going to come up here to the Oregon private land toggle. You see that? The red border just popped up. So Daniel P. Wagner, his trust, owns that. So if I'm like, I wonder what that means. Oh, look at this. I click on it. It says Daniel P. Wagner Trust owns it. 1,664 acres is what's in here. But look at this. Private lands. I can't hunt here unless I have access. Okay. So I'm just going to zoom out a little bit. All these little chunks, these little blocks here, when you zoom in, they're all private land. And I can click on all of them and see how many acres they are, who the owner is, and if it's really private land. So there are small little checkered spots in here that have private land, but the majority of everything in here is public, right? So much that if I click on this, you guys see this number down here? I can't even count this high and how many acres are available through BLM in this unit. 3.8 million acres I can hunt. And I don't need to even knock on a door. Right? I mean, wow. So, there's only two things you take away in this introductory video. It's that, right? Over here, map layers, private public lands, even the WMUs. I'd even bring the WMU into the fold, right? These are the three amigos right here are going to change your life on how you do this. It really is. It's a game changer. You don't have to even do anything. You download the app, you sign up, spend your $30, and you have this stuff in your pocket. The best part about it is when you're walking down this ridge right here, let's say this one right here by Cow Camp Spring, where a treetop ranch is. So say you're right here, your little blue tracking thing, once you turn on your airplane mode on your smartphone, is going to show this. And you're going to know that, hey, whoa, I'm going into private land. I can't hunt there. Even if there's a nice big old buck right over here, can't hunt there unless you have access. That'd be illegal. So just remember this on this introductory video. Private lands, public lands, WMUs, right? Game changers all day long. All day long. Okay, so that was the introductory part. Part 2, we're going to be talking a lot about how I go about figuring out where to hunt. If I was going into this unit, where would I even start, right? How do I even know where to go? Okay, I have 3.8 million acres to access, but that doesn't really do me much on narrowing my scope, right? I need to know where to go. If I'm driving my big truck and all my gear, I would like to have a lot of spots in mind of where I would want to hunt. I'm going to get a lot more in depth on that part 2 in the video series. Okay. So, like I said, my name is Kevin Jones. This is the Beginning Hunter video series here on YouTube. Like, subscribe. I'm going to be dropping the next video here probably tomorrow. I'm just going to run this. I think it'll just be 3 or 4 videos total. I don't want to bog this down and beat a dead horse. But yeah, like, subscribe, do all that kind of stuff. And I guess we'll see you then. Thanks.